So in the garage, depending on what your cabinet situation looks like, depending on where your speaker location is, you're much more likely to need some sort of bracket or some sort of mounting solution. You know, in your living room, you'll probably do a set of stands. Like if you had a nice set of bookshelf speakers, you would get yourself some speaker stands and then you mount the speakers to that. But in the garage, I think we're gonna do quite a bit more wall mounting. Same thing with offices and things like that we're gonna get into quite a bit more in the future when we're doing desk setups. And so if we want to get the speaker off our cabinet, off our countertop, or we want to put a speaker in an area where we don't have a countertop, if you want to get crazy and do surround, like in my garage and my house, I'm planning to do Core 59s in a 7-channel array or 7-channel setup, and so I'm going to need some core brackets. And so in certain instances, you're going to need some brackets. So in our editing studio over here, we're mounting some LYDs to the LYD bracket. But I did want to show you and make a quick video here showing you what our options are, at least in the Dynaudio realm, and then we may end up with some more options for mounting in the future. So if you're doing emits, evokes, PSBs, really sort of any bookshelf speaker, the Dynaudio brackets, it's pretty nice. This is the WSA bracket, or sorry, the WSB bracket they call it. They make it in white or black, and so it's keyhole mountable. You're going to want to hit a stud, I think, if you're doing this, or hit a block wall. You're not going to want to use drywall anchors, but I guess you could try to wing it, but I would highly suggest you not do that. And so this has both tilt. You can see where if you loosen this screw here, so we can tilt up and down as well as left to right, and the bracket also swivels on the back side as well. So you have pretty significant functionality to get the speaker towed or towed downward or inward the way that you want. The only catch here is that you're going to buy your $2,200 Evokes and you're going to have to screw through it. So that's how they mount. You drill a hole in the bottom of your speakers and you mount it that way. You would do the same thing with a lot of speaker stands as well. So if you do it nicely, you drill a pilot hole and then drill it out properly, and you put your wood screws in, you can have a nice solid mounted connection and not have to worry about your speakers ever falling, especially if they're going to be up there relatively permanently. And again, you can get these, and this is the white version, and they make it in a black. It's just a sort of a gloss black version as well. So this would be for evokes, emits. I guess you could mount a contour, if you have a contour 20 as well. So emit 10s, emit 20s, evoke 10s, evoke 20s would be used on this bracket. You could also put like PSB, the P5s will fit, the bigger bookshelves. The smaller, the P3s, are going to look a little weird. It will fit on here. You just have to push it forward. But this bracket is a little bulky for it. You could probably find something a little bit simpler if you were going to mount some of the smaller little baby P3 bookshelves. For LYDs, so here's a pair of LYD 8s. These are kind of big to mount, but you could mount them. We're using this bracket. We're going to use this bracket for our LYD 48s, which are even bigger than this. So this is an 8-inch driver, 1-inch tweeter, and so your LYD bracket looks like so. You have the same thing. You have, what do you call this, fore and aft or whatever you have. You have left to right adjustment. You also have an adjustment here to adjust your angle, and then again you're going to take and you're going to drill the speaker. So you're likely going to be best served, taking the bracket off and mounting it, and then putting this side of the bracket, and then marrying the two after the fact. But I'll leave that up to you for install. We'll probably make a video showing you how it goes. But you do want to leave some space so that you can access. Now there is room to reach in here, which is kind of clever. But I think that they suggest. We haven't done this yet. We're going to do this here shortly. But yeah, I think they suggest, if you see here on the instructions, they're going to suggest that you mount the speaker leaving a gap. And so it's going to sit something like what I'm showing here, where your speaker is going to be mounted like so. But you're going to drill a hole in your $1,500, $1,600 pair of speakers. So you just got to prepare yourself mentally for that. But don't know that you'll have a nice, awesome, setup where your speakers are mounted the way they're supposed to be. So then the last setup, and we'll show you some images of the install in the garage out there. I actually have my Core 59s installed. The core brackets have, or core speakers, I should say. Core speakers don't need to be drilled. They have threaded posts on both the vertical and the horizontal axis. So for instance, these core brackets will work. You can mount a Core 59 in vertical form where the speaker's tall and upright like this. I like them in horizontal form, and so the brackets are modular, that they'll work with a Core 7, Core 59, Core 47, and they'll work with a Core 59 mounted either vertically or horizontally. The Core 47s are only horizontal, the Core 7s are only vertical, and so these brackets are heavy, bulky. LYDs and cores are sold individually. The WSBs are sold per pair. That's the way they sell them. And that's the same way with all their speakers. All the studio monitors are sold individually. All of their bookshelf speakers in the consumer line are all sold by pair. And so the brackets are the same. So this is what happens when you have a company that's led by engineers. They think about these things where it makes a lot of logical sense. So the core brackets are expensive. They're bulky. They're heavy. I think they're worth it if you're going to mount your cores to the wall like I did. My Sonic cabinet array, I wanted to push all the way up against the wall, so it didn't even leave enough depth to get my XLR and my power connection, as well as mounting my speakers on an isoacoustic stand. So instead, we raised the speaker up another couple of inches and put the speakers on a bracket. The other advantage is it allowed me to, to tow them downward a little bit more. The only disadvantage to the core bracket is there's no angle toe left to right. So you can tow it up or down, but not left to right. So that is a disadvantage to the way that the core bracket is set up. So that's what we got for now. We'll probably have some more solutions. Like if you did the outdoor speakers, they come, the OW 6s and 8s, they come with their own, ball jointed bracket. We'll probably have some more stuff in the future for some of the other stuff. Like the Dynaudio Musics have a bracket for those separately. And then I'm sure we may come across some other stuff, but for now these are really great, and you can mount a lot of different speakers to them. I did want to have them in the store, so we generally have these in stock. If we don't, just hit us up, support at obsessgarage.com. We'll make sure we get them for you for your speakers. If you have any questions, you can always hit me up, Matt at obsessgarage.com. But these are available on obsessgarage.com if you ever need them. So thanks for watching, and I hope you're enjoying your audio in your garage. It can really change how your garage looks, feels, and change your outlook of working on bigger, longer projects, like detailing or polishing a whole car, or messing with doing an exhaust or a set of headers that isn't working for you. Having some awesome audio in the garage will really change your attitude and outlook of it. I'm telling you, it's my favorite place to listen to music. So thanks for your support, and we'll see you soon.